Hey yo, what is happening guys? This is Nature coming at you with a little bit of an update with JP Games. Now if you don't know what JP Games is, it's actually the company founded by Hajime Tabata, who is the director of Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 7 Crisis Core, as well as my personal favorite Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy Type 0. So let's just dive straight into it. JP Games CEO Hajime Tabata is preparing a new project. So yes, instead of the Paralympic Games game that he's working on, which is coming out in 2020, mind you, it's gonna be another game that he's gonna be working on. It's a new title that's going to be worked on after the Paralympic video game that is coming out next year. And I'm curious to see what it is. I'll speak more of it later on in the video, because it could be anything. But again, JP Games is a small company, so we'll take that into account. So last we heard from JP Games CEO Hajime Tabata, he was working on a project with the first ever official Paralympics game. The Final Fantasy 15 director shared a bit more in 4Gamers year-end talk with developers. Here's a tidbit from Hajime Tabata, who talks about his current project. Hajime Tabata said this, and I quote, "I must release the Paralympics official game by next year's Tokyo Paralympics. We are currently working hard with many para-athletes and getting cooperation from companies. Additionally, we've begun preparations for our new project. The team will be bigger starting next year." So of course, JP Games is an independent company. It's an indie company, you could say, but they're getting sponsors to help out to make the game and companies to get involved, which could help a lot for making the Paralympic Games. I still don't know what the next future project is, but I do have something in mind. But let's take a look at how Hajime Tabata is doing. Oh my god, he's so concentrated. And yes, the Pegasus Dream Tour, which is a Paralympics video game, will be releasing worldwide in 2020. Like I was saying, the Final Fantasy 15 director Hajime Tabata has a lot of accolades to his name. He's mostly known for RPGs, and he's taken more into a sports account, which I love, because he's opening he's bordering his horizons, he's opening his mind to different projects, and who knows, he might be better at certain video game genres rather than the JRPGs of a Final Fantasy game. But this future project, I'm really not sure what it might be. However, Final Fantasy Type 0 is said to be one of his favorite video games he has ever made, ever directed, I guess. And honestly, you can see the love and passion he has for Type 0. It's just so much of love and passion he has for this game. I love it. Hajime Tabata is such a great guy himself. The reason why I brought up Final Fantasy Type 0, now he cannot really make a video game, the sequel to Type 0, because of legal issues. It's Final Fantasy, which is a property of Square Enix, so don't expect a Final Fantasy Type Next or Type 1 from JP Games. However, there is this aspect that I love about Final Fantasy Type 0, which a lot of other video games are doing, but this video game has introduced me to this type of genre. Now, what is this type of genre? Well, if you play Final Fantasy Type 0, you know that you are in like an academic school and you still have missions. So you have like this, you have the school feel, so you learn stuff, but you still also have to fight. So it's similar to the type of Persona 5 feel, where you're a student but you still have enemies to fight. The only difference is that unlike Persona 5 or the Persona series in general, Final Fantasy Type 0 doesn't have social links, doesn't have all those confidants or anything like that. It's just you know, the thing is that you're a student but you're also a fighter, and you have to balance the time, which I love. But of course, Persona 3 is my personal favorite Persona. video game. I just love Persona 3. It was my first Persona 3. I just wanted to put that out there because Persona 3 was pretty cool. Yeah, Persona 3 is my personal favorite. But back to the topic at hand. Type 0 is just one of those games that you can relate to because you're a student but you have so much of stuff to do. Another game like that is Final Fantasy 8 because that game also is within a school setting and you have missions to do, which is the closest thing I guess you can compare to Final Fantasy Type 0. Plus it's a Final Fantasy name, so that's good. I feel Hajime Tabata's next project should be something similar. It doesn't have to have the best graphics. Hell, it can be a 2D scroller. It can just be a 2D sprites. I don't care. I just want something to have that feel of an aspect again. And I know that JP Games is an indie company, so it's not going to be big, full-on scale of Final Fantasy standards. It's just going to be a game that he's going to pour his heart and soul to, and those are the best games from Hajime Tabata. And that's why I love Final Fantasy Type 0. And I honestly feel that the next project should be something similar to that. A school life with a little bit of fighting. Why not? So yes guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Share with friends, Christian. Leave a like, helps me out a lot. And most importantly, subscribe to become a fellow lightning bolt. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. And as always, this is the Lightning Age 8. Blaze out.